Hello, everyone, and welcome to our weekly team call. Today is August 18th, and I'm very excited to have everyone on and to be able to share with you a few of the nuggets that we're going to share today. As we've been having conversations within the chats and talking about Team Cup, a lot of questions have come up. So I want to be able to answer those questions for you. And what I've done is basically started listing a lot of the things that are coming up as common questions and how can I best help all of us maintain, information, as well as how can we apply this so that we can grow our business. So right now in the month of August, as you know, we have a lot of programs that are highlighted. They are basically I had mentioned in a previous call that we had all the fitness programs on sale, and that is not true. We have the most popular programs on sale right now. And those programs are PIO, Size. We have Country Heat, BOD, Beachbody On Demand. The 20s, which people can go and see, then that's our hype. That's what we're promoting, and that's what we're sharing with people, that we have a reality TV and it's accessible through the Beachbody On Demand streaming. We also have 22-minute hardcore. We have the 3-day refresh, and we have all of the 21-day fix programs. And we should be taking advantage of this opportunity so that we can continue to help more people. And as you know, 21-Day Fix is one of the most popular programs, and a lot of people have that program in their hand. So many of them will say, well, I already have the 21-Day Fix, and then that's an objection that you have to overcome. They don't want to join your challenge. So you have other programs to share with people. For example, I tell people who immediately, you came back as me, but mute yourself. I can mute you. Can I mute me? Can you hear me? Host. Okay. You guys can still hear me. All right. Jocelyn, can you nod if you can hear me? Okay. Thank you. So one of the things that I usually tell people who already give me the objection that I already have a 21-day fix program, I already have the size program, I already have the 3-day refresh, I encourage them to try to get the Country Heat. And I'll be honest with you, the Country Heat program is accessible to every single body. Everybody who wants to improve their health and their fitness should give Country Heat a try. I've been doing it for 17 days, and my legs are burning. I feel it on my sides. I am very sore in different parts of my body, and it's because of the dance routine. I've also shared with people that this is a good way to kind of give your body a break. Example, myself, and I'll share with you that if you haven't noticed, Giselle Roldan and myself have been selected to be part of the test group for Core Divorce. So that's going to be a very intense workout for 90 days. It is a program that is designed for 30, but because we're part of a test group, we're going to go 3 rounds so that we can show the results as they go with 90 days of a program. So that's a good segue for a break. We have something amazing happening. And if you go on my Instagram account, if you go on my Facebook like page, if you go on my Instagram stories, if you go on my Snapchat, you will hear me having this conversation with people. And it's Let's Make a Bet. And it's the health bet contest that Beachbody has offered right now. And what we're doing is we're basically spreading the word, and we're getting people excited about being motivated to work out, to plug in their Shakeology, to share in a private group such as our Challenge Tracker app. That's okay, Noris, quédate así. And have a chance to earn anywhere from $1 million to $3 million as we would spread equally the jackpot. All you need to do is to be enrolled in a challenge that will be run from a Challenge Tracker app, not from Facebook. So you need to virtually log in your workouts, your Shakeologies, and your sweaty pictures. Like, your accountability will be run through that. You have to log it in for 30 days and you get access to that. So that's going to start September 5th. Everybody who is going to be running one, it doesn't matter if you're a coach, if you're a customer, you can still have one. You can still be part of it. All you need to do to qualify is to be part of it. If you go onto the FAQ 4477, the official contest rules are there, and it will tell you who qualifies and what are the specific qualifications and what are the promotions for that. So please, 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 I am really encouraging you to take advantage of this, because what Beachbody wants to do is help us make fitness fun for other people so that they can see success and they can see results. So we are the tool, we are the voice, we are the ones who go and spread the good news, okay? Something, guys, that we should, right now as a team, we're hosting a clean eating group, which will be ending very soon. And those people that are in that group should remain in that group. Don't remove them from the group. Let them stay there as a holding space. And what we'll do is, come the next month, we will host another free clean eating group, and we'll delete all of the present information, and those people remain in that group. And then what we do is we give it a different theme, and what will happen is the people who are there will see that something will resurface. Some may decide to join you on this new challenge. Others may sit there and wait. But that's okay, because some people may not be ready, and that's okay. They will be ready when their time comes. So what we do is, this is a strategy that we should apply, is basically once the cleaning group is over, we're going to eliminate all the documents and start over again, okay? And just keep those people in, add more people there. And don't worry about the amount of people that are in there. The goal is that we spread the word with more and more people. Now, once the clean eating group is over, we could stop posting until the next clean eating group comes in. You get that? We will continue to invite to our challenge groups. And of course, we have all of the programs that I mentioned above so that we can use that as leverage and share with people. We also have a coach opportunity call. It will be scheduled for August 30th. That is a Tuesday at 9 p.m. All you need to do is, on a Sunday night, on a Wednesday night, and preferably either on a Friday or a Thursday night, you will share an invitation to specifically invite people to learn more about this opportunity. And then you will put them in an event that will basically be where we are going to host our coach opportunity call. It will be led by Team Conquer coaches. So we are going to be the ones sharing our knowledge, our love for this program, our love for this business, our love for helping people with other people. Okay? So if you want to be part of those people who will be sharing our love for our mission and our vision, please message me privately and let me know, Onidis, count me in. I want to be part of hosting the coach opportunity call with you. All right. And I will help you and I will guide you step by step so that you can do that. All right. For those of you who live in New York City, New Jersey, Connecticut, or Pennsylvania, join us for a family fun day, which is happening August 27th from 11 to 2 p.m. We are basically going to be sticking to that time frame from 11 in the morning to 2 p.m. because we have other things scheduled for the night. So please let us know in the event that you will be attending. If you're not attending, just click not going and private message one of us to let us know why you won't be attending, or, let us know what's happening. Why should you not post in the event that you're not going? Because people they do what you do. And if you're saying you're not going, then they're not going to go. And the goal is to help people connect with one another. So let's be a team and let's support one another. If you're not coming, invite other people to join and to be there and get to know the team. Okay? What I would like for us to do is I would like us to kind of do a little check-in with ourselves. And I've been, kind of messaging a few people and trying to take a pulse and try to see how things are going for the cup. A lot of us tend to work very quietly in the background. We tend to try to take over a lot of all the objections. And then what we end up doing is feeling overwhelmed and basically giving up. So what I want to basically is check in with you, your vitals. Remember that we must remain consistent in the basic behavior. We cannot expect to run when we haven't learned to crawl consistently. And what I mean by that is many of us are following amazing, successful coaches and people who are making amazing progress, but they've put in the work. They started crawling and they've stayed crawling consistently until they were ready to start making those steps. And then they made the steps consistently and then they were ready to start running. So what I want you to do is to stay consistent in the basics. The basics of this business are simple. We don't have to complicate them. We must stick to a fitness and a nutrition program. As Cristina Delgado today shared in our Beachbody Champions call, we must be disciplined in our fitness if we want to see results. There's no more sugarcoating. You cannot look the same way you looked when you started this challenge if you are committed to change. Change happens. We are proof that it does, but we have to stay consistent. And I understand we're in the summer months and it's hard. It takes discipline. But as Roxanne in the other call was sharing with us, it takes a desire to want to change more than to stay the same. So stick to that like your Bible, and then share that with other people. And then improve in the areas in which you need more improvement. We were not born with the skills needed to be successful. Some of us need to do some learning, and that's okay. Stay in the teachable, stay in the coachable, stay in that first square where you can still be open to new opportunities. And by that, I mean, stick to personal development that is teaching you something and that you are able to apply immediately. Don't focus so much on the problems. People are just saying no to me. I just don't know who to speak to anymore. Or social media has changed. It has the algorithms have changed. I just don't get the same traction. Think about ways in which you can still get connected with people. Of course, they have changed, but we are called to go with the change. So if you have not started sharing your stories through Instagram stories, please do so. If you have not started your Snapchat, please do so. If you're still thinking about when you will go live, please go, because the only way people will get to know you and trust you is if they see you, if they feel you, if they understand you, if they can relate to you. And the only way people can relate to us, they can understand us, is when we share our story. So stay focused on that and don't move from there. And then when you're ready, when you have a long list of people waiting for you to reach out, for you to open the doors so that you let them in, that's when you're going to sit back and stop inviting others. But until that day comes, we must remain consistent in sending direct messages to people, letting them know that we have a solution to their problem, letting them know that if they're too afraid to ask, we're not too afraid to help, letting them know that we have what they are looking for. They just don't know it yet. People will tell you a lot of things. I'm already doing Zumba, or I already have tried all those shakes and I don't like the taste. I've already had the, X, Y, and Z program and it doesn't work. Well, you haven't had me yet as your coach. Well, you haven't tried this meal plan. Well, you haven't been part of this support group. Let me show you the way. So stop thinking about oh, this only comes easy to this person because you were called for this. You believe in it. Something inside of you drives you to do more and be more. Don't turn it off because 1 or 20 or 30 people tell you no. There are more people out there that need us. We just need to remain consistent. Have a plan in action, and your plan in action should be the plan that decides that you're going to commit. But you're going to commit not only to say yes to everything. Yeah, I'll do it. And then not do anything. I've learned in the past few weeks that a lot of you have been saying yes, 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 but you're really not implementing what you're saying yes to. So stop saying yes and just act. Just do it. Even if you fail, even if you fall flat on your face, do it. You know why? Because you learn through failure. You learn through mistakes. You learn through doing. And unless you start doing, you won't ever feel comfortable. And the other thing is you have to decide that there is no plan B. When I decided to make this business work for me, I had a career. I had a teacher's job. I had a secure home. I had something to fall back on. But I made a decision that I was going to make this work. And I understand that there's a rule. And the rule is you have to persist until something happens. I can't break now. I'm called to continue moving forward. And if I find that this road is coming up with a lot of roadblocks, so then I turn my head and I go this way. I stay focused on what I want. I'm not thinking of something else. Yes, there's a lot of shiny objects. There's a lot of things out there that are calling to saying that they're a little bit easier, but it doesn't benefit me any better to be hopping from one thing to the other and not deciding that this is going to be the plan that is going to work for me. Because you know why? It has worked for other people, and I am no less or no more than others. Therefore, this is my plan, and I'm going to find a way to make it work. So if you need to, go back to the reasons why you decided to be a coach. That day when you were filling out your form and you said, yes, I want to be a coach, go back to that. And maybe it is just solely because you want to find your fitness freedom. So then you need to go back to your fitness and stick to it as if it was your day one. Maybe it was because you needed to inspire somebody else into action. Well, you need to go out there and inspire people. If that one person you had in mind when you signed up did not say yes to you yet, that means someone just like her is waiting for you to go. People matter, guys. And if you don't believe me, there are people in their beds in hospital getting chemotherapy who wish they had your health so that they can be in those groups working out every single day. There are people who wish they had what you have right now. So go back to your heart. Go back to your passion. Go back to the things that give you joy, that make you laugh. Go back to your children. Look at them in their eyes and say to them that you are going to build a future so that one day you guys can take vacation with the money that you have saved up from Beachbody. Find that reason why you started and then focus on that. And something huge, don't put a money sign in your eyes. When you blink, think of someone. Tonight, I'm overflowing with joy because I know that because of our challenge groups, Roxanne Ryan's life has been changed. She's no longer bulimic. Okay? She's no longer a smoker. She has learned that she's worth much more. And to me, that's worth more than $1 million. I have people reaching out to me who are going through chemotherapy, who can drink Shakeology because it's the only thing they can swallow. So if you don't have anyone who you are willing to impact on, then find someone that you can impact, even if you have to gift it to them. Because what you have life to give. And if you hold it back, then you are a holder backer, and you're just doing this for the money. And if you're just doing it for the money, it's not going to last you. It's going to be short-lived, because money doesn't give you the joy that other things can. So touch your heart and feel where is their need that you can go ahead and give to others. And sometimes it's going to require giving of your ego. It's going to require giving of your time. It's even going to require giving of your patience. But it's all worth it. In the end, it's all worth it. The people who have given me the biggest headaches in this business are the people who have given me the biggest results. So don't give up on your most stubborn challenger, on your most stubborn coach. Don't give up on them. Because if you do, then you're not seeing eye to eye to your purpose here on earth. And as I am sharing with you to connect with people and keep people in your heart, like walk with your sleeve, with your heart on your sleeve. And whenever you are posting, don't just post a picture that you're sweating. Don't just post a picture that you're drinking a Shakeology. Don't just post a picture that you're in the park with your kids. Don't post a picture that you are, I don't know, walking the dog. Have intention when you post. Remember that that is your sole vehicle. That instant that someone is going to be scrolling through their newsfeed is your position of impact towards that person. So what you're going to do is, in your mind, you are going to think about, who do I want to talk to? We don't talk to everybody. There is one particular person that we have in mind when we speak to. And that's usually the person who looks like most like us. So you want to always share in a one way or another, what is it that this program does for you? Make a list. And I'm going to start with your call to action tonight. If you have a piece of paper, you're going to write on this piece of paper on one side, who were you the day you decided to join this group? What were your struggles? What were you going through? What were your biggest objections, your biggest obstacles to overcome? I can picture my life when I decided to become a coach, and I was miserable. I was a grouchy lady. I was always constantly yelling at my kids because I just felt like I was being a bad mom. I was being a bad wife. I was being a bad teacher. I was being a bad human. I was being a bad Christian. I was being a bad person. And I took it out on them because I had so much to do. I was tired constantly, and all I craved to do was to sleep. I was sleep deprived. I was overwhelmed. I felt underappreciated at work. I felt like no matter how much time I put, I was not valued. I was not validated. So when I post, I use that to remind myself of how I can help somebody else. I was addicted to sweets. I was addicted to chocolate. I am a food lover. I am also a Jesus lover, and that is what has helped me continue forward. I also use that to share with people how I solved my problems. I don't only say that I wake up every day to work out, but what do those workouts do for me? And it could just be 2 lines, 2 sentences, but I'm sharing with people, what is my benefit? What is the benefit that comes from it? I hear a lot of people tell me I can't afford it. I break it down for them. I used to spend $8 on Dunkin' Donuts and a Dunkin' Donuts coffee and a bagel. And I share with them. Now I spend $3.67 for a meal that helps me stay full for 3 hours and takes away all these other cravings. So use the objections you're getting. I thought I never had time to work out, But 30 minutes a day, all I had to do was go to bed a little bit earlier, shave some time from my novela, and find some time to work out. That's the problem people have. I thought I needed to, hire a nutritionist because I didn't know how to clean. I didn't know how to eat clean food. And all I needed was a meal plan that taught me step by step a list of foods that I could use without changing who I am. Put the people you are speaking to first. I'm not speaking to bodybuilders because I don't connect with bodybuilders. I'm not speaking to CrossFit people who are out there getting ready for a marathon because I'm not getting ready for a marathon. I'm just a mom who is trying to live a healthier lifestyle because I want to be around for my kids. So I use that whenever I am thinking of what to post. My posts are very similar back to back. I change the pictures, but the writing and the content of the posts is very similar because I am not going to change from day to night. When I'm thinking about my team, I am writing and recognizing things that I want to attract into my life. I want hard workers. I want people who are consistent, faithful people who have a need and a desire to do more for their lives. So whenever I recognize someone and I celebrate that, those are the type of things that I highlight. Because if someone is reading it and they possess those same qualities, I want them to be like, wow, that's me. She's talking to me. And I want them to reach out to me and say to me, I want to be part of what you just mentioned. But unless I put it out there, how will they know I'm looking for them? They won't. So when I post, I think about those people. So you're going to make 2 lists. In one list, you're going to think about who you were before you became a Beachbody coach. And on the other side of the list, you're going to list the most common objections that you get. Think about 3. Think about people who are picky eaters. Think about people who love sweets, chocolate, candy, anything, like they love to munch on things. Think about people who maybe give you I don't have money or I don't have time. And then focus on sharing how you overcome those objections. And you don't have to say, I know you have, this, but share with them. I know I used to be, and lead with your story. I used to be a chocoholic, and now I've learned that I can still have my chocolate for breakfast and feel satisfied. That's one way that you can do it. Or vegetables don't have to be boring anymore. I've learned to change up my recipes, and thanks to my support group, I learn recipes and apply them every single day to my life. Then you need to know who you're writing to. Because if you're writing to every single body, nobody's going to pay attention. But if you're speaking to a particular group of people, every single day you focus, number one, she or he has to be your friend. You can't hate on them if you're going to be writing to them on a daily basis. So speak to them as if they are your best friend. So you're speaking to them from a place of love, from a place of encouragement, and from a place of help. And you're offering them help. You are also thinking about the kind of person that they are. For example, I am not going to have much in common with a 20-year-old. I don't have much to say to a 20-year-old. So the woman I speak to has children. The woman I speak to has a husband. The woman I speak to is somewhat interested in getting healthy, but she doesn't have a lot of time. She's very busy. The woman I speak to relies on God and loves words. The woman I speak to likes to connect with other people. The woman I speak to is funny. The woman I speak to is Latina, has some sense of Latin in her, like, vibrancy. The woman I speak to likes to be surrounded by people. The woman I speak to wants to be part of something big, something bigger than herself. The woman I speak to wants to leave a mark on this world. So when I am writing my post, that's who I'm speaking to. That's how I am directing my voice. So you're going to make those 2 lists, and then you're going to write down the qualities of the person you're looking. Oh, and I am also speaking to a woman who's almost going to be 40 and who's afraid of being old, saggy, and tired. because I don't want to be that. Now, some of you had shared with me, Juanides, what do I do now? Do I stop sharing on Instagram? Do I stop sharing on Snapchat altogether? Or how do I manage these platforms? Like, I just lose my focus. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what I do here and what I do there. So what I want to do is I want to give you a little preview of how I understand the differences between Instagram stories and Snapchat. And please, as a public announcement, I am not an expert. I am not Gary Vee, and I am not Chalene Johnson. So I am not an expert. All I am is I'm a student, and I listen to their podcast. I Google a lot of things. I go to YouTube. I have a question and I go ahead and I just find it. So my thinking is Snapchat was created for teenagers. And the reason why is because you need to know the person's handle in order to accept them into your friend list. If you don't know them, it's not like you can type moms on Snapchat and you can find them. It's really meant as a closed platform. It's almost like a secretive world. So that once whatever you post there disappears within 24 hours, unless you download it and save it. It's more of an intimate place for you to share the real you, the raw you, the ugly you, the sweaty you, the funny you, the wacky you. Because once you start putting those filters, you automatically turn into a kid. So that's a less perfect platform. So what happens is usually the people you have on Snapchat know you from either Facebook or they know you from Instagram, and you have shared your handle. So they already follow you in one of those two platforms. They're coming to Snapchat because they want to get to know you better. Most likely, they are considered your lifers. They're with you for life. Like, they may buy from you, they may never buy from you. They become accustomed to you and they sort of like, whatever, she's there. Oh, she's funny. But they never take you. You don't put calls to action, so they don't really engage with you in that way. You lose the conversation with them unless you save it. And you can constantly message them back, but you won't have that conversation saved in the thread with that person, if that makes sense. Now, if we go to Instagram stories, if your profile is public, Instagram story is open to everyone. As long as you have the little purple ring around your profile picture, that means you have an active story to share with people. What they do is they have an option to click and view, listen to your story. So now these people may not know you from a hole in the world. They just happen to just log onto Instagram. They were scrolling. They came into your profile. They saw, or they were actually posting a live and they saw the purple ring. They clicked on it and they are listening to your story. So my recommendation to you on Instagram story is to be a little bit more professional. These people don't know you from a hole in the wall. They don't know who you are. And the reason why Instagram created Instagram story is because Instagram, the platform, is very proper. It's very picture focused. It's very perfect focused. So what they want to do is they want to break that up a little bit and they want to bring you to a more authentic place. So that's why they're making those stories. But now you need to tell a story. So every now and then, say who you are, speak in a calm voice so that you don't scare people away. You don't have filters, so you don't have to be crazy. You can be yourself, but always try to lead with something. And if you have to, share two stories, one back of the other, so that you can explain yourself. I think you still have 15 seconds. And a good thing about this is you can interact with people. So as you are looking through other people's Instagram stories, you can click on them and comment. And it directly goes into their inbox, direct messenger on Instagram. So what happens, now you have a stored place of conversations with these people that helps you go back and continue the conversation in a more personable way. So Instagram stories are a great option for you to build relationships with others. It's also easy if someone is using hashtags and they find you, they're going to see you as part of the group of Instagram current stories. So continue to use both platforms. Just try to use them for what they were created, and continue using your hashtags, and tell people as you're speaking to them, let's talk as if they're friends, and be open and calm about it. Remember, whoever is not intrigued by you is going to stop following you anyway. So who cares? They're not part of who you're actually speaking to. You're speaking to a specific person. Some of the things that have been changing is the fact that now you're able to turn your Instagram into a business profile. So what I'm going to do real quick, share my screen. So when you go to your Instagram, you're able to change your profile from a private account to a business profile. All you need to do is click this little button and make it green, and then it's going to connect it to your Facebook like business page. And then whenever someone is trying to contact you, your business post will now look like this. So then what you have is a contact. Once the person clicks on the contact, it will directly bring them to the email you have linked to your Facebook like page. So you'd no longer have to tell people, email me, or all you need to say is click on contact and communicate with me as you create a call to action. So this is one thing that you can do. Do you need a like page if you are a fairly new coach? Yes, you do. You are a business owner. You are also a social media and a network marketer. So your business depends on your relationships with people. Therefore, you need to be easy access to others. If you have a business page, it will be easier for you to have access to more people because you can create an audience. So some of the tips that I have learned is, number one, when creating your like page, use your first and last name. This will help you remain yourself for the rest of your life. So you may start right now as I started. I think I started as, hi Nori, what was the name when we started? It was, yeah, we were Divalicious Dolls when we first started back in 2013. Now, that name would not have gotten me very far or much respect from anyone. From there, I went into Uniquely Fit Eagles, and that does not connect to me because I'm not a bird. Then I decided I'm going to be Coach Uni. But then that only means I'm a coach, and I'm not a mom, and I'm not a woman, and I'm not a wife, and I'm not a faithful follower. And then I went to Uniris Estevez. And I've stayed that way, and I feel more comfortable that way because that's who I am. And I will be Uniris Estevez for the rest of my life. If I become a famous mentor, if I become a famous book author, if I become a fitness trainer, if I become top elite coach, if I become a grandmother, that is who I will be till the end of my days. So I have bought my name. I went to GoDaddy.com and I purchased unirisestevez.com. I purchased it. That way, I own the rights to my name. For 2 years, you have a membership, you pay that, and you have the rights to your name. And now then from there on, later on in life, you can create your website, etc. But that's not necessary for you right now. Benefits of having a like page: you can be out there and be more focused on who you are and what are the services you offer as a business. So you can also schedule your post You don't have to be on the phone on a constant basis. You can schedule your posts so that you have them on a timely manner. You are not going to be focused on numbers, but you're going to be like number of likes. So we focus a lot on raising our following on Instagram, because we know that the more followers we have, the more eyes we have on our information. With a like page, it's different. You're not looking to be popular. You're looking to be impactful. You're looking to have engagement. You're looking to have people come to your page because you are offering them a service that they need. So you're focusing mostly on adding content and adding value to people that they can share with others, that they feel the need to tell other people about what you're sharing. That's where live stream comes to play. If you have a like page and you go on live stream on your like page on a constant basis, later on, those like feeds, those live streams on your like page are shareable. And you may not be so focused on the people who you have right now on your friend list, but you will be attracting the friends of their friends. And later on, you will create ads, and you will have what we call an audience, which is the target, where you are going to become more explicit as to who you are speaking to. And you can narrow it down to the most specific terms you want. So if you have a toddler, you want to reach out to toddlers, they live in a certain area of the United States or Canada or Puerto Rico, you can name those cities and states. Then you can go into depth with the like the demographics, the interest, and the behaviors of these people. You can even attract people who have the same career as you. And we have a training that I will bump in our page, and it's by Josh Coates, and it will share with you. He gave a bonus training on how to create Facebook ads. If you follow that to the T, and then you become more skilled and start to research things that apply to you, you're going to learn how this works and how to be more specific. When I think about narrow, I'm not thinking about speaking to 1 million people. And when you create your audiences on Facebook like pages, you'll notice that you have numbers on the side, and it will say broad or very targeted. You're looking for an average of 1,080 people, 180,000 people, not millions. If you're looking at the millions, let me share that. Hold on, because I don't have, and as I said, I am not Gary Vee, but whatever I know, I try to share with you. I shared with you recently that from your personal page, if you click on edit, you can add your like page link so that someone who is your personal friend wants to know who you are, then you can then link it to that. All right, let me share the screen for this. So this is my like page. It's Uniris Estevez Fitness. And then if I want to share with you some ads, I'm going to go here to this drop-down menu. And I'm going to go to create ads. And it's going to bring me. Once you're here, you always have to remember you have to be logged on to Chrome in order to have access. Here, you have an objective on what is it that you're hoping to do. Always, always choose whatever is the objective that you want. Sometimes when I started my like page, I wanted people to come to my like page and to like my page. So I did promote my page. Now I'm focused on what's called a boost your page or boost your post. So I'm just going to I'm not going to show you how to boost a post, but boost post and see its page post engagement. So I'm looking to help people feel more engaged. And see here where I share with you, it's either going to be a specific or a broad. For some reason, I could always get it either there or straight up and down arrow. You can select up to the ages of the people you want to target. And for me, my best target could be from like 28 years old to about 45 years old. That's about the population that I like to talk with, because I feel like I have something in common. You get what I mean? And then you can I click on women. I'm not trying to target every single person. But I want to share with you here the part where it says choose at least one demographics. If you click on suggestions, you can click on all of these things and it will target very specific. Browse, if you click on browse and you say, let me look at their interest, and you want to look at people who have family, then you want to know people who are married, and then you want to click on people who are moms, and then you want to click on people who are parents, their moms, their parents, and then you want to keep on scrolling down, and it has, let's say you want to talk to a behavior, so you click on behavior, and you say, I want to talk about a financial part, someone who spends, right? Maybe they have 5 credit cards. They may have some debt issues that I can help with. So you can target your demographics in that way. And let's say I want to narrow my audience. That means I want to make it more specific. I can type in so that I say the people on the top, they're married, they have motherhood, or they are parents. I want to say that, the way that I want to match is they are toddler moms. So then, by saying that, what I'm saying is that they either have to have one of those and what I'm saying. So they have to have one and the other in order for me to get it. And then this brings it more to my potential reach. So right now it's very broad. Obviously, I'm not doing this accurate, but you can see how this number raises. And you can exclude, I don't want my ads to go to Beachbody people or to people who know Chalene Johnson or people who know Team Beachbody. I want people who don't know. And that's why I type that in. I type in all of the network marketing people like Unique. I type in all the lashes, all the makeup, all the It Works, all the people who go for, I don't know, the Roro travel, all the MLMs that have nothing to do with what I do. And I don't really want to turn them into anything because they've made the decision. I exclude them from my ads so they won't see what I have to offer. And then I save my audience. And then I create a budget. The budget usually is preset, but you can change it. I usually go either between $2 and $5. And I always give it a start date and an end date. So you can run it up to 2 weeks. You can run it up to, 1 month. It's up to you. You can do it never ending. Then at the bottom, I want to, I would have to continue. Let me see if I continue it. I'm not going to post it. So then once you get to the continue, it's going to ask you to choose the actual post you want to create. And Facebook ads is very strict and particular on what they allow and what they approve. If you are being gender specific, it's not going to get approved. If you're speaking that you want to help people, any transformation pictures will not get approved because you're making an allegation. You want to be very generic in your post. And usually what I do that I find works best is one of my live videos, I will create a message inside of the live video, and then that's the video that I would promote. So what I would do is here, I unclick Instagram. And this is all part of that training that I mentioned that I will bump. So I will select something to post from the actual timeline. And I would have to look into it and go, but I'm not. Okay, so let's say, for example, that was my previous live feed. I would go ahead and click on that and promote that and put it up for an ad. It doesn't have any words. So basically, they would have to look at my content in order to approve it. And because it was a live stream, Facebook is promoting live stream. So they would very likely approve it. So I think there's a lot of information that I had to jumble into in an hour. I'm going to stop here for a second and ask if you have any questions, and I am more than happy to answer. Ask away. All right. Okay. I was reading Norris's chat. I don't think anybody has asked any questions. You're on. As Norris, now Norris. Oh, okay, Norris, you went back onto you. All right. So
I have a question.
Yes, Ms. John.
Hi.
Hey.
In the like page, when you clicked on like the interests, if you want to, let's say, change that around, like how can you delete whatever or like, let's say you had that on there, how do you delete it? Because I'm actually on it now and I don't know how to delete it.
So it'll have a little X on the side, on the right, and you'll be able to exit off if you haven't saved it as an audience. I haven't figured out how to delete audiences yet, but once you're in the drop-down menu of the like page, let me see if I can get on.
Like I'm in for instance, like the promote page, and then where it says include people who match at least one of these following. So you click on the interest, it just tells me, like for instance, like if I did. Can
you share your screen? I'll help you. On the bottom of the toolbar, you can share your screen.
Right up there. Share screen.
And also, as a guideline, one thing that I've noticed, you will get reprimanded by Beachbody if you post like a full-blown video of yourself working out to the program for more than a minute. So be conscious. That's why when I go live and I do a workout, I'll do like less than a minute share of myself working out, and then I stop, because believe it or not, they do watch us, you know, and that's, I think, reason why I was chosen to be part of the test group. They do look at what you do on social media, and if you make sense and you're doing the vitals, they are happy, but if not, they call on your attention.
Okay, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you see, I don't even know how I got here actually. So this part, you see how there's no X, like if I want to take this out.
Well, include people who, so then if you want, so click on beauty.
Should I exit out of this?
Yeah, because this is not, you've already created that. So you want to, no, just go back.
Oh, back where?
Like, you know, the back button.
Cancel?
Yeah, go ahead. Just go back to the same place where you were creating. It's going to exit you completely. Okay.
Okay. So where do I go? I guess I missed where you went, because I went.
So go again to your top right-hand column. Go to the right. Always go through the right, that click, and then create ad.
Oh, okay. That's where I didn't know. Okay. It's the create ad. Okay.
Because that's your, see how on the right-hand corner it says ads manager? So that's where you always want to make sure, because if it doesn't, it's going to boost it. So go to, let's say, boost your post. And then go down, create ad account. You may need, you have not set up a payment plan on this.
No, not yet.
All right, so this is good that we're doing this. Always go through there, because what I find is go back. And then, Michelle, you and I can, you know, go through the step-by-step. But if once you set up your account, go back to the first page, because I want to show people this is a mistake that I did myself.
This page?
Yeah, that page. If you go, let's say, to promote, you're basically boosting your post and you're not creating an ad.
Here?
Yeah. So you want to make sure you have it linked to your credit card account, because that's how you know it's a secure space. That you have already, set up a budget for how much you want to sponsor ads for. Okay. So let's say, for example, scroll down a little bit. You see where it says boost your page for $50, reach even more people in Canada? Not from there. That's Facebook's way of getting your money. What you want to do is go to the right-hand corner where the little drop-down menu is, and that's where you're going to create your ad.
So whenever you need to boost or promote or whatever, go to create ad.
Create ads and then boost from there. Unless things change later on, because we're in 2000, be conscious that we're in August 2016. And if we're watching this a year from now, this may completely be not.
There's something like the disclaimer, Beachbody does not.
Yes. Just because things are changing like rapidly. So
yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you can stop to share. Any other question, guys? I know I threw a lot at you. I mean, I went from, being persistent and consistent and disciplined all the way through like page and your Instagram page. But I feel like we're all together in the same place. And this is the best way that, number one, you can ask any questions. And number two, you can get all informed. And by no means, let's all share together, and whatever you find useful, share with us. Okay. And just put to practice. I'm sure that Michelle has been sweating. I used to get so frustrated when I started my like page, and I just did it every single day. I said, I'm going to read and I'm going to listen and I'm going to try this. And it works. So far, so good. I'm getting a lot of engagement on my page. And actually, I am having a lot of new conversations. I'm really not focused on my personal page as much as I was. I'm focusing mostly on my like page. Another question that has come up is, how do I post from my like page to my personal page, to my Instagram page, to my Snap and my Instagram stories? So what I do is the same thing I post on Instagram, I post on my Facebook like page. And then I also sometimes share my live streams into my personal page. The month of the cup, I'm doing a lot of things that helps people understand what it is that I do, because I am friend requesting cold friends on Facebook. So when they come on, they snoop around the page and they get to know who I am. So that's the reason why I also put up the videos, because I get to share a piece of myself. I try to think, okay, Facebook personal is more like me, more personable. It's almost like Snapchat is a little bit more me. And then Facebook like page is professional Onidis. I also do some family things, but it's mostly geared towards my mission, my vision, and my passion, which is my fitness business. And then that's how I can engage there. But make it a goal to go live on Facebook every single day. And I like what Nora shared with me the other day. She's like, you know what? I'm just going to go by the same schedule that I do to post on my regular life. So on Monday, I'm going to speak about Motivation Monday on my live stream on Facebook. On Tuesday, I'm going to speak about something transformational. On Wednesday, I'm going to speak about something that deals with either wisdom or Women Work Wednesday, or something that is inspiring in that way. Throwback Thursday, talk about who I was. So basically, people are going to get to know you by the stories you're telling live. And then Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, you may sprinkle a little bit more of personal lifestyle, but you're always being true to yourself. And then always have a plan of action. So just like you do with your regular post, have a plan of action when you're doing a live stream. Have a purpose. You're doing it for a reason. Sometimes you're sharing a meal plan, and you can offer people, hey, if you want more information about my meal plans or how my programs work, comment below. Share this with someone. If you want to be part of the same support group I was, message me. Comment below. Share this with someone. Tag a friend. If you want to, be part of my, get a free list of the personal development books that I've read, drop down your email and I will send you this information. Okay. So, if nothing else, guys, I'm going to say that we are done. And thank you very much for joining. For those of you who've been for the 2 calls back to back, congrats. And I will see you guys in the field. Have a good night.